So since I was young, I always had this dream to fly.
Oh my word! Unbelievable! This is magic!
But people now who were like saying that, wow, anything is really possible.
Welcome to our weekly visit with people who are creating immense possibilities for healthy communities and solutions to all kinds of challenges. If I asked you to think of a metaphor for achieving great possibility, you'd likely think of flying. Back to the Wright brothers and earlier, the image of human beings soaring above the earth over expected limitations and commonplace thinking has been a kind of icon for possibility. Well, tonight we want you to meet someone who made that metaphor real. We want you to meet the boy who flies.
My name is Godfrey. I live in Malawi and I finished high school a few years ago. I was lucky to find a good paying job converting old water pumps to merry-go-rounds. This way the village children can play and make life easier for their parents. This is good work, but ever since I was a little boy, my dream has been to fly like a bird. So I'm working hard, trying to save enough to get my pilot's license, though at 25 cents an hour, that would take me another 35 years.
Last year, Godfrey left his home in Malawi in southeastern Africa to sharpen his skills and come tell his story here in Southern Oregon. It is a great pleasure to welcome to the program The Boy Who Flies, which is also the name of the documentary we'll be sampling with you tonight, Godfrey Masuuli. Godfrey, welcome. It's great to have you here on Immense Possibilities.
Thank you for having me.
How did you become known as the boy who flies?
So since I was young, I always had this dream to fly. And I finished high school and didn't have the opportunity to learn to fly. It was until about 8 years after high school that I came across a Canadian man in Malawi. And he taught me to paraglide. And that's how he became the boy who flies.
And he taught you and made a film, the film we'll be watching tonight, about that experience with you. You made the film with him. And it is also called Ndizoteka, which means what?
It is possible.
That's kind of the theme of the film in your life, huh?
Yes. At 5, my uncle inspired this picture into my mind of becoming a pilot. And I grew up with this picture. And so even when I was sharing with people about my dream, even though they did not believe, every night I would go back home and look at this picture, consider this picture. And the following day, even though I felt all this discouragement time and again, I would wake up encouragement by looking at this inspiring picture in my mind.
And a turning point was when the Canadian Ben Jordan made the film with you, came to Malawi, and he must have seen something special in you.
Wow, this is something that's really insane. So I'm in Malawi with a burning dream to fly, but no opportunity. And then there is Benjamin Jordan in Canada. And one day he just has a dream like to visit Africa and to teach someone how to fly.
He had a dream, a sleeping dream about this.
A sleeping dream about this. And at that point, he didn't even know that Africa was a continent. And guess what? We are like 15 million people in Malawi. And out of 15 million people, I met him. I was walking back to my good friend Edward's place when I saw a funny-looking white man running around with some newspapers and plastic bags up on the hillside. The children were cheering, so I ran up to see. But then the newspaper was well above our heads with a plastic bag swinging around it like a tail. He handed me the roll of string without taking his eyes off the sky. "Let the string out," he says. "Let it fly."
I couldn't believe it. He was just like the kid from my dream. Godfrey, this bright young man with a lifelong dream to fly.
Now, there are scenes in the film of you teaching school children to make these small kites. Why was that important? Why did you do that?
We found it easier to spread the message across about achieving dreams or pursuing a dream through flying that way.
Through soaring, you gave them the experience of soaring in a small way.
Yes.
Ndekuti so zimene iwo amafuna amakhumbira pasogolo zizatheka mwamve? Ndekuti zanunso zizatani? Ndendifuna mungokuwa kamozi mosangala kuti ziza